They promise to disrupt yesterday's status quo. They live to provide solutions where others are still asking questions. Bold, sharp, savvy, they dare to dream. But is the startup landscape churning inspiring stories?
Join me, Shruti Mathur, as I try to understand not just what makes India among the world's startup capitals, but also what makes the Deccan the startup capital of India and what really goes into taking India ahead.
India, a country of over 1 billion people.
Inflation is too.
There's developing news every second. But what is it that truly impacts you?
Farmer suicide is still...
When you're looking for facts, not opinions.
Kashmir needs a political solution.
Sense, not sensationalism.
What about the South?
Reports that tell you the real story.
We are battling economic crisis.
When reporters become your voice.
Tamil Nadu fishermen in southern.
Bringing the news back into news. India ahead.
Welcome. You're watching our special weekend business broadcast. We get you the latest on the business, the economy, lifestyle and trends. It's a power-packed half hour. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Gita Gopinath became a household name the past week, making every Indian swell with pride. This after appointment as the first ever woman to be appointed as the chief economist with the IMF. RBI surprises markets, keeps repo rates unchanged at 6.50% after hiking rates for 2 consecutive meetings, changes stance from neutral to calibrated tightening. Government deals are debt trap. IMF government says IMF lost all credibility, appoints a new 6-member board. Uday Kotak to head the board. Indians go from voice hungry to data hungry. A new report finds Indians consume as much as 1 GB of data per day. Cheap data tariffs drive India's data usage explosion. Mercedes launches G63 AMG for the Indian market, launches the new car at 2.69 crores, ex-showroom Delhi. Michael speaks to India Ahead, says he's optimistic around the new launch. It's an India Ahead exclusive. Well, let's get straight to it. Gita Gopinath became a household name the past week, making every Indian swell with pride. Now, this came after her appointment as the first ever woman to be appointed as the chief economist with the IMF. Now, she's the only second Indian to do so after Raghuram Rajan. Her achievements and accolades are no mean feat. She comes from a family of humble origins and has spent decades polishing her academic achievements. Let's take a look at her journey.
Born on 8th December 1971, Gita Gopinath hails from Mysore, Karnataka, as the younger of 2 daughters of TV Gopinath and VC Vijay Lakshmi. Her father, TV Gopinath, is a farmer and entrepreneur, while her mother is a homemaker. Gita spent her initial years in Calcutta, but later moved out for further studies. She holds a bachelor's degree from the prestigious Lady Shri Ram College for Women, University of Delhi, which she completed in 1992. A master's economics from Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi in 1994, and she further completed her MA too from the University of Washington, 1996. And it was in the year 2001 where she completed her PhD from the Princeton University. Gita has authored around 40 research articles on exchange rates, trade and investment, international financial crisis, monetary policies, debt and emerging market crisis. Gopinath has also worked closely with the Indian government. She was chosen as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum in 2011 and was named one of the top 25 economists under 45 by the IMF in 2014, and in 2015 the government of Kerala appointed her as its economic advisor. Gita has also been vocal in critiquing India's Narendra Modi-led government, particularly for the slow pace of reforms and demonetization of high denomination currency notes in 2016. She had then said,
I don't think I know a single macroeconomist who thinks that this was a good idea. I view the GST very favorably because that is a real reform. It is a way of formalizing the economy. It is a very effective way of ensuring tax compliance and makes it harder to earn black money. But obviously it is going to take some time to smooth out. The implementation again has been disruptive, which makes me wish if they hadn't done demonetization, then you could have used that time to have brought in GST smoothly.
Gita currently is the Johns One-Star Professor of International Studies and Economics at the Harvard University. She is also the co-director of the International Finance and Macroeconomics Program at the National Bureau of Economic Research. But that's not all. Gita is also a visiting scholar at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, a member of the Economic Advisory Panel of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Christine Lagarde, the IMF's managing director, while announcing Gita's appointment, said,
Gita is one of the world's outstanding economists with impeccable academic credentials, a proven track record of intellectual leadership, and extensive international experience. All this makes her exceptionally well placed to lead our research department at this important juncture.
Gita will take over from Maurice Obstfeld, who retires in December. So we at India Ahead hail Gita's accolades and congratulate her on her fantastic achievements. Bureau Report, India Ahead.
Well, absolutely. Every Indian there having their hearts swell with pride, and we at India Ahead congratulating Gita Gopinath for her achievement. But moving on, it's barely been a week since the Supreme Court passed its verdict on the constitutional validity of Aadhaar. Now, the confusion about the delinking process has already begun. Users are unsure about the new norms, while the telecom operators are unsure of the guidelines they need to follow. Add to this, a strict letter from the UIDAI asking the telecom operators to submit a delinking plan in the next fortnight has only added to this conundrum.
Wednesday's crucial Aadhaar verdict by the Supreme Court upholding its constitutional validity was hailed by both the Narendra Modi-led BJP government and the opposition. Soon after the judgment, both sides jumped in to claim credit for it.
It's a great step forward for the use of technology in governance. It's already being used in several areas. Several state governments have used it. And I'm sure it will continue to be of a great benefit to the society.
Congress President Rahul Gandhi thanks the Apex Court for supporting his party's almost decade-old vision. In the same breath, he slammed the BJP for making Aadhaar an instrument of oppression. The Congress was particularly upbeat about the Supreme Court's decision to strike down Section 57 of the Aadhaar Act, which allowed private parties to access Aadhaar data, terming it a slap on the face of the BJP.
आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने हमारी बात मान ली और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कहा कि सेक्शन 57 धारा 57 जो हक निजी कंपनियों को देता है आधार लेने के लिए उसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने असंवैधानिक ठहराया। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा कि सरकार को कोई अधिकार नहीं है नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का बहाना देकर किसी का आधार का नंबर लें.
First, it is a 4-1 judgment upholding Aadhaar. In a constitution bench out of 5 honorable judges, 4 have upheld it completely. This is very important. And as Honorable Finance Minister said, this judgment is a judgment of moment. This judgment is a judgment of empowering democracy, good governance.
Well, time to slip into a very short break, but coming up next is an exclusive interview with the Mercedes-Benz India management. You do not want to miss that. Stay tuned.
लोग जब बाहर जाते हैं कहते हैं डेटा नहीं चाहिए. हेलो, डेटा कैसे नहीं चाहिए बेटा? गूगल मैप्स तो खोलोगे. और उबर कैसे बुलाओगे बेटा? सेल्फी के सामने वाली सेल्फी ट्वीट तो करोगे. कैसे चलेगा ये सब बिना डेटा के? माईफाई के साथ ऑल डिवाइसेस कनेक्टेड और डेटा आपकी पॉकेट में. मतलब आगे आप, पीछे डेटा. डेटा तो चाहिए बेटा. मैट्रिक्स, कुछ तो बात है इनमें.
The biggest stories, immersive discussions, the biggest newsmakers, the only show that speaks in your language and puts your voice on primetime television. Watch me, Saurabh Sanyal, weeknights at 8 p.m. on Talking India Ahead.
हाय, मैं हूं तापसी पन्नू और आप देख रहे हैं इंडिया अहेड.
Years as a journalist, for me personally, has been a great learning experience. Political reportage in states here at the center has all helped me understand the finer nuances of this profession. It's undoubtedly a very, very exciting phase of my life. But during these past 16 years, I have always wondered, we in the Indian media always love to debate and discuss a problem. We in the media have frankly never experimented with a problem-solving mindset. In fact, we are fueled by a problem-highlighting and in some cases, a problem-creating mindset. You expose a politician, a bureaucrat, a businessman, a film star immediately when you start seeking solutions. Those who have solutions will shine, and those who don't will perish. I think this is the expectation that a new India has of its journalism, of its country, and this is exactly what is going to take India ahead.
Welcome back. You're watching our business broadcast. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. Time now for an India Ahead exclusive. Mercedes-Benz India launched the Mean Beast G63 AMG this week. Now, this G series has been a favorite for the Mercedes stable. I spoke to Michael Opp, head marketing and sales India, on the new launch, rising fuel prices, and his request to the government on these